Yes, here I am at the Eglwysilan Common, and again just bluing in at this stage and just getting the rough shapes in. Got some trees up there and a few there and here and here, and then I'm using the road like a lead in. You can do this with a road, you can do it with a river of course, and get very much the same effect. And it's a lovely lead into a painting. And what it is, we've got a bit of a dip here where the water goes under the road, and then we've got some uprights by there, which is great. And so you're walking your dog today, you and your dog?
Yeah.
It's a lovely spot, this, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. I've driven over here. Oh, over the years, I was a minister in Nelson.
All right.
And so this is the shortcut from Caerphilly. We lived in Caerphilly, and it was a lovely way across, you know.
Yeah.
And all weathers, you know, it's just special, isn't it? It's
Yeah. It's really popular.
So you're from Nelson, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make her look so easy.
Well, they're just dabs, really. It's just dabs, and the trick is just keeping it simple, not labouring it, you know, not making it too much hard work. And that's about it, really. I'm going to just blue that hill in a bit, where and again, it's a lovely. You hear the skylark, yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And bleating a sheep, and you don't want better than this. I was up on the Barron Mountain the other day. I say the other day, it was a good while ago actually, and farmer was telling me he'd seen his first swallow, you know.
Yeah.
So yep, and I think that's about it really. We don't want much more than that for now. Just yeah. Alright, that's that bit done. Right, well here we are again now, blocking in, putting a bit of colour on, and so I always start with the lights first, and just to always bring the darks in later then, and I want this sort of sultry sort of sky. It's a lovely day today, and I'm wanting that sort of very hazy, sort of bluey sky. So I'm just putting these pinks in, very, very subtle pinks. And then what I'll do, I'll get the darker blue in then with that. Like I say, I always go over the sky, you know, give it a bit of time to settle down. But I just more or less put stuff roughly where I want it and get that feel. And that's about it really with the sky there. So what I'll do now is concentrate on this hill. And again, I'm looking for that sort of hazy effect. Yeah, I was in Nelson as a minister for about 6 years. And one of the things, you get older, you have to come to terms with your sort of limitations, and particularly we got failing health, and you know, you're not what you once were or able to do what you once could do. And you know, I very much felt that in Nelson the time I was there, and it's you know, it's something you got to come to terms with quietly in yourself. But nevertheless, you know, we read in the Word that what is comforting is that in the Bible, our times are in God's hands, and there has to be that acceptance, isn't there? That yeah, God overrules in it all, and however bleak things might seem, and that's lovely. But I want to get a slightly yellowy, lighter. This is lovely with oil, so you can just correct all the time. Don't, if you think it's too dark, don't worry about it. Go over it, or you can even lift it off. Like, and you can start again. And so, but that'll be enough there, I think, for now. That will be, yeah, that's just right. And then what I'm just going to do now at this stage is get these sort of trees in there. in the distance. So again, I'm only putting a blue in at the moment, and then what I'll do, I'll add a bit of colour to that when I work on it. But for now, and what you're doing, you're breaking the horizon a bit. The light now with the will really catch with that. So there we go. And really, that's all you want to be doing for now. Take it further, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a lighter green. See where that is different to what's in the distance. Distance is a cool green, where I've had more blue than the actual yellow. And I'm just going to work in stages here. What it is, you get this lovely sort of new grass coming through, and the old grass still there. And so what I want to do is just get that sense of recession. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lighten that up there as well, and get that into the distance there. And right now, what I'll do is I'll get some more of the sort of umber and sienna colours in now. So let's go for this. There we go. See, the road's going to be lighter, so it's going to stand out as though the light is catching it. So I've worked on like 2 colours here, and I'll be doing another one now. Privilege I did have when I was in Nelson was seeing a younger man come into the church to be the next minister. So happened he was from the church I was minister of in Cardiff on the Gabalva estate. And though he joined the church when I had left to go down to Tenby, and yeah, David Cox, a young lad, and he's settled well there, and I hear good reports. He's settled into the community, moved his little family into Nelson. Not easy days for men in the ministry, particularly when he came just as lockdown started. Though one advantage the younger men have is that they're sort of, in terms of modern technology, they're more up, a bit of a dinosaur. So again, Lord knows in all these things, you have a time and then you sort of move on, and life is like that, isn't it? You have a time and then you have to move on a bit then. So you can see the effect of the road now. It's going to make its way up through here, and so you see, this stage you just block in, you just put things roughly where you want them. You want to know things are working in terms of connecting with each other. And we've got a lot of gorse here, so I'm going to work on that. So I just mix the blue with the green and get that colour in first. And then if I put some raw umber with it and a little bit of marine, you'll get that sort of deep gorse effect colour, sort of that you see there. A lot more like that. See, that's, you've got to keep away from the bright greens. Forget black. Black's a dead colour. It deadens everything. You're better making your own, and see, so we can put a few of these where we want them now. Just stagger them through the painting, just to give that bit of. They go smaller into the distance, and that's how you get your sense of distance, sense of recession. And now what we've got here is a dip in here. So I want darks. I'll be going a lot darker than this actually, but you got to cut it there. There's like a pipe or something that the water comes through under the road. And if we get some cast shadow in now, so making blue with red, I can hear the skylark here. And how beautiful is this? A lot of lambs around at the moment. And like I say, I'm right by the car, so I haven't had to go far. I got cows just down the way. If they leave me alone, I'll be fine. But it's one of those things you don't know. Sheep, I don't mind. But there we go. So you can see roughly what you got to play with later. You just build on this quietly, and so what I can do now, I can come into those in the distance. Yeah, now look at the difference that's made. I'm leaving the blue, but I'm adding this little bit of green to, but it's still in the distance. It still looks, yeah, I'm really too far forward. And now what I can do is work on this road again. Now I can get more light in. Let's get some sienna in. I think that'll. Oh yeah, that looks a nice colour now. And now then, can you see now the difference that is making there? Wow, do you know what? You can't want better than this. Why people stay indoors, I don't know. Why they don't just get out with the easel and make the most of it, being out in the fresh air. I started going out with my easel when I was about 10. I had done a poster for a golf club, and they bought me, they had a function on, asked me to do a poster, and I was still in junior school at the time, and they got me oils as a present. So I got into oils straight away, and first thing I wanted for Christmas was an easel, and that was it, out with the dog. And in the mountains where I lived, plenty of space for going out painting and views, and it just, you know, frees you up. You've got to be so quick, and you can't hang around, and you don't want better than this. It's yeah, it's so I'm messing around too much now. I've done basically what I need to do now, and now I should call it a break. Have a sandwich, cup of coffee, and then what I should do is come back on it then. But I might as well get the grass in the middle of the road. Actually, it's more potholes you got to worry about than grass, but on this road, particularly in the dark, when you're rushing for a meeting. But there we are. I think you got the general idea there. Now here is the finished painting, and you can see how I've gone back and got some little mauves in here, blued the greens again, pushing them back, got thicker paint in, worked on the gorse, and then the sheep. Again, this cast shadow with sheep, very easy to put sheep in a painting, just get their rough shape. I've got so many cattle around me at the moment, I'm going to have to start putting some cattle in, I think. But here we are, look, you've got these uprights, and you could easily leave them out, but I think they add to the painting. They give that bit of red, that oomph, they give it that little bit extra. So there we are, my first painting on Eglwysilan Common. And there's a lot more to this common than you think. A lot more, actually. So perhaps next time I'll fill you in on things that have happened on this common back through the centuries, and quite amazing, actually. So more than welcome to join me next time. Thank you.